friends. Today we're going to talk about manners, and we have this great book about Clifford's manners that we're going to read in just a minute. But first, I want to read a little poem about manners so that we can remember all the things we learned about manners in school together this year. Manners. We say thank you, we say please. We don't interrupt or tease. We don't argue, we don't fuss. We listen when folks talk to us. We share our toys and take our turn. Manners aren't too hard to learn. It's really easy when you find good manners means just being kind. And we certainly learned how to do that this year together in our class. We learned to show our manners when we had our friends with us. We learned to show good manners to our teachers, and especially when we had guests that came in our room, like our mystery readers or our community helpers, or maybe for parties and celebrations. We especially learned to use our good table manners when we were at snack or at lunch. We made sure both feet were on the floor. We were scooted up to the table so our tummy almost touched, so that when we ate, if we dropped anything, it didn't fall on our beautiful clothes or on the floor where we had to waste it. So I encourage you to remember, as we read this book together, all of the things we learned about manners, and make sure your good manners are showing each day. Clifford's Manners. This is written by Norman Bridwell. I'm Emily Elizabeth, and this is Clifford. Everybody loves Clifford because he has good manners. I taught him myself. Do you know that people enjoy being around you more when you show your good manners? Clifford says please when he asks for something. So here's him reminding, say please. And he always says thank you when someone gives him something. Remember to say thank you. And he often writes a thank you note when someone gives him a present or does something especially nice for him. Send a thank you note. Clifford loves to go to the movies, and he always waits his place in the line. Wait your turn, Clifford's reminding us. If Clifford has a snack, he always remembers to put the empty bag in the trash can. Clifford doesn't like litter bugs, and neither do we. Always throw away your trash in the trash can, Clifford reminds us. Clifford says excuse me if he needs to cut in front of someone. Say excuse me. He never talks during a show. Talking can disturb others. If Clifford has to sneeze, he always uses his elbow, or if at all possible, a Kleenex. It's a good thing that he does. Ka-choo! Because his sneezes are really big. Clifford has many friends, and he always shares his toys with them. Remember to share, says Clifford. Clifford puts his toys away when he is through. His friends help. They have good manners too. Always clean up after yourself. Clifford is a terrific tennis player. He obeys all the rules of the game. Show your manners by following the rules. Sometimes players disagree. Even when Clifford is angry, he never hits. He just says how he is feeling. So he's reminding us, you tell about your feelings, but don't hit. Clifford is a good sport. He smiles when he loses and congratulates the winners, but he doesn't boast or brag when he does win. So be a good sport. Clifford loves to go visiting. When he visits his sister in the country, he always calls ahead to make sure it's a good time. This is how he calls. Bark, 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 bark. She must have said it was okay, because here he goes. Clifford always arrives on time. Don't be late, said Clifford. He always knocks on the door before he goes in. Knock before you go in. He wipes his feet first. It's a little hard for him. Wipe your feet before you go in someone's house. Clifford kisses his sister and shakes hands with her friend. Always give other people a greeting and say hello. Be friendly. Clifford's sister has dinner ready. He always washes his hands before he eats. It's very important, and we know how to wash our hands safely now. So he's reminding us, always wash your hands before you eat. Clifford chews his food with his mouth closed. He never talks with his mouth full. He uses good table manners. Clifford helps with cleanup. Always help with cleanup. Then he says thank you and goodbye to his sister and his friend. Say goodbye. Everybody loves Clifford's manners, and that's one of the reasons that everybody loves Clifford. Have good manners. So I hope you will remember all of the good manners that we have learned and reminded ourselves of all year long, because you want to make sure each and every day, wherever you go, your good manners are showing.